The NBA is preparing for its players to return to training camp. And just when I started to praise them for recognizing that COVID was no longer an existential threat to the league, do you know what they're doing? They're demanding that unvaxxed players be tested weekly for COVID. They're not requiring the same test for COVID shot participants. Why? We know that the COVID shot doesn't keep you from getting COVID or stop you from spreading COVID. Why would there still be a discriminatory testing policy in place at all? Frankly, why do you need to test anyone for COVID? Do they test for the flu in the NBA? Players are not in danger. Players' families are not in danger if they are young and healthy. If they aren't, then they can make decisions about what to do and not to do. We got to stop this crazy COVID nonsense. We got to stop all of the insanity. I talked about it on Fox News. I'm about to talk about it on Fox News again. All COVID regulations should cease to exist. It's way past time to go back to 100% normalcy. If you want to wear a mask for the rest of your life, you should have the ability to do so. But the idea that we are still forcing people to be wearing COVID masks anywhere, kids in Philadelphia are having to do it, kids in Head Start are having to do it, too many school districts out there, too many imbeciles are still enforcing this. Credit to Peter Doocy at Fox News, who asked Karine Jean-Pierre, why in the world can Novak Djokovic not enter into the United States on an airplane because he hasn't gotten the COVID shot, but tens of thousands of illegal immigrants can walk across the southern border and we don't bother checking them for anything at all? Doesn't make sense. It's absolutely and completely illogical. There is no way to justify it. Frankly, it's an embarrassment that this is taking place at all. All COVID restrictions, it's way past time for them to be over. I heard Joe Rogan say it. I will just say it. I don't care what your politics are, but if you want COVID to be over forever, then you have to vote Republicans. What Joe Rogan said in his interview with Aaron Rodgers, he's 100% right. Normalcy will return when there are electoral consequences to this insane, fear-porn, Corona bro behavior that continues to be embraced by the left wing in this country. Many of their people have had their brains break over this situation. It's well past time to end it. No restrictions should exist for COVID at all. Credit to Peter Doocy for getting Karine Jean-Pierre to look so daft when it came to even analyzing the difference between these two. And as I said yesterday, props to Novak Djokovic for refusing to get the COVID shot, to Kyrie Irving, and certainly to Aaron Rodgers as well. Among many other athletes, I'm giving those trio the greatest amount of attention for refusing to get the COVID shot because they've been the most discussed and the most criticized in their respective leagues.